Hi, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Today, we have a very special guest with us tonight. Welcome, Pam. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Hi, everybody. Hi, Brad. Hi, all in tanks. Hi, Byron.
We got an extra guest too tonight. The new kitty.
New kitties are a good thing.
I was telling Pam before we started, I would put her upstairs, but there's no need. She'll just come right back to me. So we'll see how this goes. She's only ran down my leg once with her claw. Hurt my leg once, but it was an accident.
Oh.
But she's a cuddly little Patches.
Now, see, that's Mario's way of showing that he loves me. Is to bite me.
Well, like I was telling you, I've never had such a cuddly cat. So she kind of fell, but she used her claws with my leg on the way down. So she wasn't being mean. But most of the other cats we've had, they've been more apt to attack for sure. You couldn't just pet their belly and they'd be okay with it. You would have
Is it your birthday?
Huh?
Is it your birthday? Oh, that's right. It is
my birthday. It is
Happy
my birthday. Thank you. I am at the age now where it's not as exciting, but I am kind of excited today because the kiddos have something planned for me, and I told them they could have just whatever they wanted to do. So I think we're going to order pizza and have a Mario Party on the new TV. Play Mario Party. But I'm not entirely for sure what they have planned, but I told them they could plan it.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Jesse got me some flowers, so I was excited about that.
I've been like past the birthday thing for many, many years.
Yeah, I used to kind of go all out when I was single and didn't have any responsibilities and to go like do a big shindig, but anymore, like today I painted the basement, I organized the DVDs. I'm redoing a room in the basement where my summer tubs are. Because I bring in the summer tubs and I have to redo the room for the summer tubs. Make it look nice for the fishes. And so I've been working on that a lot. So how's your weather there? It's rainy today, but this is honestly, like no joke, the warmest birthday I've ever had.
Yeah, it's been warmer than usual here too. We had like a day 2 days ago, it was 62 degrees here.
I know. It's so weird. Usually it's kind of one of the first snowfalls is around my birthday. So it's kind of nice to go out there and just be like, play with the dogs outside. But at the same time, it's kind of like strange that it's so warm. But it is it's starting to rain right now, but I don't mind it.
We had our first snowfall, like September 1st or something like that.
Yeah, you have the craziest weather.
We had our last snowfall was of the spring was like June 8th this year. We had heavy snow on June 8th. And then we had snow again like the 1st of September. So we don't have a long summer.
No, it's been windy up there, right? I feel like your last couple of posts have been about the wind, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it gets windy here. Windy and snowy, but it's been warm this week. It's like, well, today it's like 42 for a high, but even that's like higher than you'd normally see this time of year.
Yeah. I think it was almost 70 here today, which is really weird. It's probably like 60 something now, but it feels good because it's right before it's rain. So it feels really nice.
So what do you have in your summer tubs?
Rice fish and guppies.
Nice. Now. What kind of rice fish?
The Pearl Galaxy and the Blue Daisy.
Oh, nice. I have blue daisies.
I got them because of you. I saw them on your channel. I don't know. It's been like maybe a year or so ago that you've had. It was the mosquito fish. Didn't you have mosquito fich too, or was it just rice?
No, it's rice. I still have them. I just never show them. I should show them this week. It's been a while since I've showed my rice fish tank.
I didn't really know that they existed until you showed them, and I was like, those are awesome.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty cool.
Finally found a site that they weren't sold out, and they bred really well in the summer tubs. When I brought them inside, I had 3. 3 of one and 2 of the other inside. They still lived, but they didn't breed. But the ones outside bred like crazy.
They probably bred but ate the babies.
Very possibly.
That's what they do. When I want to breed them, I'd like stick a big ball of moss in the tank, and then I pull it out after a week and put it in another tank.
Yeah, there's only one time, and it was recently that I saw the ones right behind me in this tank, right this way, right here, that they were carrying eggs, but I haven't seen any fry at all. But it was recently that I saw them kind of carrying them.
It's because the fry go up to the surface, and they're easy pickings.
Yeah, they're so tiny. I thought puppy fry were tiny until I saw those little things, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're so tiny.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Hank. Collins, hi.
Well,
yeah, I love them, but like I say, if you're going to have them in a tank or constricted space, I'm sure outdoors with a lot of plants, you're going to get a lot of fry. But inside, they'll eat the fry as soon as they're born, as soon as they hatch up to the surface.
Yeah, because I definitely haven't seen any babies in it's a 20 long behind me. But those tubs that I brought in, they're about 30 gallons, I would say, but I only have them filled up barely halfway. And they had plenty of algae being outside. The algae's kind of gone back since I brought them inside, but there's no way I could catch all those babies and everything in that tank to bring inside. And I was nervous about keeping them outside. I know they like the cold weather, but I was still just nervous. nervous.
I can't keep anything outside because we will occasionally have a night that's like 40 below. So
yeah,
not here. A little bit on the cold side.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, we get cold here. We get probably the coldest with the wind chill added in is negative maybe 5 at the coldest that we get here, but not no negative 40.
I just realized that my subscribe button is not hit, and I know I had it. That's why I haven't been getting notices from you.
Well, I haven't honestly been posting very many videos because I've been working on that room.
Well, YouTube has a habit of unsubscribing you once in a while, so.
Well, thank you.
There we go. We're up again. I was wondering why I hadn't seen anything from you and missed a couple that I knew I wanted to watch.
Well, partially because editing is a hassle. I don't know why it's so hard for me to edit. I feel like, honestly, I feel like I'm not very good at it, so it takes me a while to do it.
Well, I'm not very good at computer stuff, so it always takes me a while too. I got to get a few videos out. I have a couple that I've got like the intros done and stuff, and I never finished them, and I got to get busy.
Yeah, I get sidetracked really easily too because I edit on my phone. I do everything on my phone minus the live stream. I have a little webcam, but it's the only time I use it. So then I'll be editing, and then I'll look over and be like, I can load some laundry, and then I'll get lost in the laundry.
With me, it's just figuring out all the tools on the editing program that I have. It's like, oh, how do I do this?
Well, that's part of the reason why I have some software on this computer that I bought, but every time I open it, I just feel so overwhelmed and lost that I don't know what I'm doing. And then it takes me 20 minutes to find the one button I'm looking for.
Exactly. That's the problem that I have. And then it'll mess up, and I'm like, oh my God, how do I fix that? I've got to start all over again.
Because I don't have any background in any of this. I don't. So
well,
I'm really
old, so,
proud of myself that I started a channel. Like, I'm glad I did that, but I feel like I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, I definitely don't know what I'm doing. And then there's, like, I remember one time when I was working at the store and I said something about my YouTube channel, and this college kid looked at me and said, "You have a YouTube channel? Oh my God, you're doing really good for your age." I was
like, gosh.
Thank you, I think.
Backhanded compliment, but thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, my son likes to remind me I was born in 1884. I was like, not so quite there, dude. I had so many years.
You're still a young kid.
I like to think it, but sometimes my oldest sports injuries and just because I fall so much, all my old injuries just kind of catch up with me. Days like this, it's like, oh, the knee and the back hurts a little much, but I enjoy it. The kids make it more fun.
Wait till you get to be my age.
Yeah, my mom tells me what I have in store.
Mm-hmm.
But what honestly started, like, why did you start doing YouTube? What got you interested in starting your channel?
Well, I was on YouTube, like, in the chats and stuff for probably a year and a half, 2 years before I started doing any.
Uh-huh.
And everybody was bugging me, when are you going to do a video? When are you going to do a video? When are you going to do a video?
Mm-hmm.
So I did a video. And then I did a couple more that were pretty bad. And then I wanted to give away a drawing. I think it was to celebrate my 300th subscriber. So I had to go live for that.
Uh-huh.
But honestly, before I started, I had to think long and hard about it because of the fact that I am old. I'm an old lady, and I knew, especially when I started live streaming, that there was going to be the occasional troll that would remind me that I'm old, which there is. And you just got to have it set in your mind to start with that you aren't going to let people get to you.
Yeah.
You have to have that. You have to be able to not worry about it. Like I remember one of the first videos I posted, I put a little clip of my dog Buddy in the intro, and somebody like in the comments said, "Why did you put a dog in your intro? Is that even your dog?" I was like, wow. Is that even why would I put someone else's dog in the intro?
Yeah, I've gotten some through the years that was like, did you watch it?
Yeah.
It's like,
but like I say, you gotta have a thick enough skin not to worry about what people say, because there are going to be haters.
Yeah, I grew up in the beauty pageant world, so I got a little bit tougher skin when I was younger, just because you're always compared to someone. But it took some getting used to, just because I wasn't used to getting that much attention, whether it was good, positive, or indifferent or whatever, because I was used to being by myself in my own little bubble. So whether it was just 10 people or 1,000 people or whatever watched my video and made a comment, I just wasn't used to having that much interaction with people. And I'm so glad I did, because it got me outside my box and my comfort zone. But at the same time, you're like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Me, I'm old enough to where I just don't really give a shit.
Yeah. As I get older, I'm the same way. I still occasionally.
So that's part of it. And then also the other part of it with going online is I pretty much, especially now that I retired from my job and am just doing my art for my living, it's like I don't leave the house. And my kids all live a long ways away. And if it wasn't for the internet and having a YouTube channel, I would go months and months without talking to anybody.
Yeah.
I mean that seriously, because I've never been one for like wanting to have a bunch of friends or go out partying or anything like that. I like being by myself.
Yes. But I'm the same way.
It basically, my YouTube channel is my social interaction.
It's my only social interaction, I'm not gonna lie. Because
it is mine too. I've never encouraged people. Like, I got some new neighbors that moved in, and every time I step outside, they yell hi over at me, which is great. But I'm not gonna ever like invite them over to my house or anything, because that's just not me.
Yeah, it's not me. Jesse has a greater, easier time with that. Like, he makes friends with the new neighbors and stuff. But me personally, I talk to Jesse, my mom, and my son.
Yeah.
There's
I talk to my kids mostly online because they're a long ways away.
So
it's like we have a constant like a group messenger with me and my kids that's open all the time, and we're constantly talking all day long.
Yeah.
But there, like I said, I got 3 kids in Oregon and 1 that's up in Montana. So, so I don't see them very often. But yeah, if I didn't have this internet channel, I probably would. It would literally be weeks and weeks without me ever even saying hello to anybody.
Yes, because the days that I don't talk to my mom, if Jesse's out of town and doesn't have cell service, then there's many days the only conversation I have is with Brighton. And when I was younger, I had a larger group of friends, but it was always something. It was just always something. Someone was mad at someone, or you don't.
Oh yeah, and I absolutely hate drama.
Yes, and when I had Brighton,
it's like I'm 65 years old. I'm not going to do high school shit. You know, leave me out of the drama, which is what I love about the Fish fam, because with the occasional exception, which you're going to have because people are people, but for the most part, Fish fam does not have a lot of drama. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's nice.
Yes, and I'm very thankful. Great.
Yeah. And there are a lot of groups on YouTube that are not that way.
Right.
So
that's the reason I am so thankful.
Fam.
Yes, for this Fish fam community. So thankful, because after I had Brighton, the friendship circle, we all just kind of dissolved. It wasn't that no one did anything particular. We just didn't have anything to talk about anymore. So I just came really in my own little world. And when I went back to school and I found this community and started YouTube, I kind of felt like I was finding myself again.
Yeah.
Like the person that I was is still there, but my priorities and my responsibilities and everything had shifted, and I wasn't quite used to it.
Oh yeah, you have to put on the mom hat and all these.
So this community, I really think
it's hard to just be yourself.
It helps.
I can be myself because I live by myself now, but you know, myself is kind of bitchy, so it's nice to have an outlet.
Jesse would say that about me too. I'll flip this over. He's here.
Hi, Jesse.
He found my hat. He likes my hat more than I like my hat.
Oh, that's a cool hat.
Oh, it's 65 degrees in November.
I was just telling
on
him.
her birthday.
Holy cow!
That doesn't happen in Missouri.
Yeah, that's pretty warm.
It's oddly warm, but I like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if we had a year that wasn't like bitterly cold, a winter that wasn't like super bitterly cold all winter. It's I think we're getting some snow this weekend, but you know, hey.
You can keep it.
Yeah, that's okay. You can have it, you know.
I always think that in the chat when you talk about just different chats that I see you in, and you're like, it's snowing. I'm like, oh gosh. No, don't say that word.
Yeah. It doesn't really bother me like now because I'm not working, so I don't have to go anywhere. It's like I can just lock my door and not look outside and draw and not worry about it.
How long have you been drawing? Your whole life, I assume?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So you're so unbelievably, words cannot describe fully how amazingly talented you are.
Oh, thank you. I'm just old.
If you just kind of picked up pencils and was like, wow, I can do this, or how did you just doodle as a child and just get more?
Yeah, I drew all the time. It's like, I guess I've always been kind of like I am now, because while the other kids would be out playing and stuff, I just like be drawing all the time. Wow. Like, leave me alone, I'm drawing.
Is wildlife your favorite, or you just don't, whatever comes to you?
Well, not necessarily wildlife, but definitely people and animals are my favorite thing to do.
Well, it's amazing. It really is. What's your website where people can like contact you?
Oh,
or do you have, is it just from Facebook?
No, I've got a website.
Yeah, I felt like you did, but I honestly, when the camera comes on live stream, my mind just goes, you don't know anything.
It is. Come on, computer.
Thank you.
It's on WordPress. It's under the art of PamEarlywine.com.
Oh, okay. I'll have to get that, and I'll link it in the description after the chat's over in case anybody wants to find you, because your art is just, words can't describe it. It's so beautiful. Hello, Tiffany White. Thank you for being here. Kaylor's Aquatics, All in Tanks, Mr. Fisher. Thank you for being here.
Oh, there it is. Zen Ginger got it.
Oh, yep.
Oh, Zenny got it? Okay, I was sitting here.
Zenny got it. She popped it right in there. She quicker than all of us put together.
Did you have
Especially me. I'm slow. And then when I well, the problem is when I pull it up, it goes to like the administrator's page, you know, and which I can't post that. So I was trying to figure out how to get it, but Zenny got it.
Well, it's always nice to have people that are a lot smarter than we are. I know that.
That doesn't take much for me.
Me neither.
I like to think I'm intelligent, and then something will happen that will check myself.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe not.
I'm just a poor old tree jockey. I don't know nothing when it comes to computers.
No, I'm honestly half the time about electronics. They always come to me to hook up stuff, but I just plug in cords until something works.
That's kind of how I do stuff, or mess around with it till I get it figured out. But yeah.
Streetwise likes your shirt.
Why, thank you.
My mom
I
made
always
it.
lean the wrong way.
Yeah, my mom makes these for us.
Oh, that's cool.
My dear.
I like my shirt that I'm wearing today says "Fatties Against Fascism."
And streetwise, this is probably the most comfortable shirt. I wear it everywhere.
Well, I spent more time feeling fabrics. I was oddly picky about what shirts. I don't know why. I was like, I want them super soft. So me and Mom did a lot of research over shirts, but one of these days I'll actually finish my website so I can have them available.
That would be awesome.
Because she makes towels
Oh,
too.
thank you, Bob.
Towels, but Kaylor's Aquatic, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Have to pull it. I don't know why on here it doesn't show it, but on my phone it shows you the super sticker. I do not know why. Oh, thank you. That's cute.
I'm not very good using the phone because it's like, I don't know, I'm just not used to it. So I always use my desktop. I could use the phone, but you know, all those little tiny buttons to push and stuff.
My biggest problem is just whatever I can see. I can't see very well, so whatever has this one looks like
That's
zoomed
part
in.
of it too. It's hard for me to see little tiny stuff on the phone. I'm getting old. I even have to put on reading glasses to draw now.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it sucks.
Jesse, he has perfect eyesight, and he sometimes does not appreciate his ability to see.
I should. I've been that way all my life. Unfortunately, I take it for granted. I will eventually lose it.
Yes, you will, because I had good eyesight till like the last maybe 2 or 3 years.
Yep. That's going to happen to me. My mom had great eyesight. My grandma had great eyesight, and now they're all pretty much blind.
Mm-hmm. Well, he gives me crap sometimes when I'm like, I can't see when it's dark. I'm like, you're gonna have to draw.
That's one of the things. So that's one of the things, definitely, when you get older, that I have noticed really bad, because I used to love driving at night.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get older, what it is the ability of your eyes to adjust and readjust for like lights coming towards you and stuff starts to fade.
Uh-huh.
So now it's like heavy, like strong headlights coming towards me just blinds me.
Yes, and sometimes in the afternoon
Used
too.
to.
It's
Yeah.
too bright, and this like the sun. I'm like, can't.
Yeah, if everybody else would just get off the road and stuff, I'd be fine driving.
I know.
You know?
Just get out of my way.
There's other people on the road, and it ruins my eyesight.
Those wonderful new LED headlights, streaks, just pew,
I'm like,
pew, all over the place. It's coming for me too.
Streetwise wants to be our technical support for the fish tube community, and I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea. There'd be a lot of people that would jump on that.
We'll be fast.
Well, you know how technically savvy I am. I like last December, was it November or December? I got monetized, and then on New Year's Eve, I hit a button and unmonetized myself.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if I was in
And it was like
the chat
June,
after that,
it was
but
like June before I got it back again.
I still
So
talk
I went
about
a long ways without being a long time without being monetized,
I still talk
just
about that.
because of me.
But I'm in like the back room and I have no business being in because I have no idea what I'm doing. I always tell Jesse, I'm like, don't push buttons. I don't need to push buttons.
Don't push buttons.
I don't get anywhere close. This is as close as I get to the computer. This is it.
Yeah, when the computer's on the desk or something, no one gets around it because it's the fanciest thing I own.
Yeah, hands off all time.
I don't have anybody else to blame. If I push a button, I can't say, well, the kid did it or something like that. It's like, I messed it up. One time I like was eating dinner and I set my plate down on the keyboard and the whole picture of the screen and everything went sideways. And it took me 2 days to figure out how to get it back again. But meantime, I was messing with it, trying to get the screen to go back again. And I finally just like turned my monitor sideways so the screen would be straight.
Yeah, that's happened. That's something I do. I just work with what I'm given, and it's going to either fix itself or someone's going to come over and see that I need it.
Well, there you go, Streetwise. You got your first person that you can help, and then you'll just take off from there.
I keep telling him he needs to learn how to edit, but he won't do it. He's like, no.
Negative.
Well, how many fish tanks do you have now?
I've been slowly emptying some of them because I want to start them over again. So right now, set up, I probably have 10.
Her eyes are rolling. She's rolling around.
I've got like 26. Oh, there's another one that's 12. But I've got like 26 or so tanks. But like I said, I kind of decided that I wanted to set them up differently. So I gave away some fish and took some to the pet store to start over again because I want to start with some unusual stuff. I'm kind of like, and it's going to take me a while because I don't have a lot of money, but I kind of like have an idea of some certain tanks that I want to set up. So, like, I want to find some of the royal green pipefish.
Oh, wow.
Make them, and stuff that you don't see all the time. So eventually, as I do it slowly, I'm going to have like more unusual types of fish.
That's fun. How do you maintenance? Do you water change all the time, or do you just water change whenever? Like, what's your routine?
I try to do it once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah,
that's cool. Do you?
And I do about 50% water changes.
Do you just vacuum, or do you get in there and scrub? Or do you kind of water?
I mostly just keep the front glass wiped off and don't worry about it. And I try to scoop out duckweed once a week.
There was a good eye roll.
Yeah. And some of them I gravel vac and some I don't. Like I've got one tank that's got pygmy cories in it.
Uh-huh.
And they colony breed all the time. And their babies are super tiny and black and get down in the gravel. And I found out if I gravel vac that tank, I'm going to lose some babies.
Mm-hmm.
So that one, I just like stick the tube in there about 6 inches off the bottom and just water change that way. Most of them I'll do a little bit of gravel vacuum while I go. But what I do, because I'm old, is I gravel vac into a bucket.
Uh-huh.
And the bucket has a pump in it with hose running to the sink. So as I'm gravel vacuuming, I turn the motor on and it's like dumping it into the sink.
Uh-huh.
And then I have another bucket in the sink with another pump in it. And when I refill, I like fill up the bucket and have it filling while I plug it in and fill the tanks back up that way.
Yeah, you're just reversing the process. Yeah.
Yep. So I have 2 pumps that pump about over 1,000 gallons an hour, and then I have about 75 feet of hose.
Okay.
Well, that's essentially what Carrie does, but we do it out of trash cans with really large.
I have one of those.
Some.
What is it, like 50-gallon trash cans I fill up?
Oh,
and
nice.
then I have another trash can that's for my out water with a pump. So I vacuum into a bucket and then obsessively check the bucket like 300 times to make sure there's nothing in there. And then I'll dump it out. And then there's the flower, like some flowers where that drains out.
Yeah.
Flowers and some vegetables.
I take like a netting and put it over my siphon, which I learned the hard way because I occasionally was sucking up babies.
I'm petrified for the baby shrimp. I'm always afraid that I'm going to suck up.
Oh, yeah, they are so tiny.
That I'm not going to be able to see.
Yep, she does the almost the identical thing, which I will admit the outside garden works
The
great.
vegetables look great this year from using all this fish
Oh, yeah.
I grew stuff that I've never been able to grow before. I was like, wow, this works.
Yeah, it's really good for house plants too if you have house plants.
Yeah,
I usually like try to save some of it and dump it in, like water on my plants with it when I change water too.
His ex-in-laws decided that I needed like 15 aloe plants. So they dropped off a bunch of aloe plants. And then I have an elephant
Fish
ear.
like them.
Yeah. And then I have an elephant ear that I'm trying to keep alive through the wintertime.
Elephant ears, aren't they a bulb? If it's the kind I'm thinking of, you're going to have to let it die back.
Well, it does. It'll die back, and you just cut the dead off. It starts over.
But
and then in the spring you start it again. I mean, they normally die back. You aren't going to be able to keep it like year round. It'll die back, and then you'll have to.
I should
wait a couple months and then start it up again.
I should. I have a strong affinity for killing plants. Even when I try really hard to keep them alive. That's inside the aquariums, outside the aquariums, in the garden.
Kills them.
I try so hard. But it's fun to try.
Yeah.
She can keep fish alive, keep some of the
craziest
fish alive, but if it's a plant and it's outside of a fish tank, you better look out.
I try really hard and I've gotten so much better, but I have a long way to go.
A lot of it is just learning about the plants, and the secret is when you plant it, because some plants don't like to be wet.
Mm-hmm.
So you add like perlite or vermiculite or something like that drains fast to their soil.
Mm-hmm.
And other plants like to be wet all the time. And those ones you add more peat moss to the potting soil, because the peat moss will hold the moisture better.
Yes.
So a lot of it is just figuring out which kind of plant it is and planting it accordingly.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Kind of like playing with a substrate in a fish tank.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have, speaking of substrates, do you have like all your tanks, do you have something different, or do you keep it pretty uniform? Like
what I do for substrate, And I hate to even tell you because people will be going, oh God.
Well, don't you use kitty litter?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I use a mixture of half
It
kitty
makes
litter, which is unscented kitty litter, and it's nothing but clay. That's all it is. It's just clay.
I think it was you and Amber.
Basically, it's like cheap clay because
Yeah.
it's like $2.50 for like a 50-pound bag of it at Walmart.
Yeah, because I had never heard of that before, and I think it was you and Amber were talking about it on.
Yeah, I've been doing it like for 20 years. I've mixed like half kitty litter and half organic potting soil. And then when I'm setting up a tank, I'll take those Joe plant spikes that are for house plants, and I'll break them into like 1/4-inch long pieces, and I'll put like a layer of them on the very bottom of the tank, like not too close together and stuff, kind of spaced out. And then I'll put the mixture of kitty litter and potting soil over the top, and then I'll usually cap with either gravel or a heavy sand. So I'll have
really well.
Like 1.5 to 2 inches of potting soil. If it's like a 10-gallon tank, I'll have like 1 inch, and then I'll have enough gravel and stuff to keep it from coming out.
It sounds like it's something worth trying because it seems like it gives you good results.
Yeah, it does. It does, and it's like cheap, which I am. So
well, some of the substrate.
Well, I am too.
But technically, I'm not doing the Wallstead method. I never even heard of that until the last couple of years, and I've been doing this for 20 years. But it was just a way that I found out when I had a 75-gallon planted discus tank, and I wanted to grow plants. And I started researching, and it would have cost me like $150 to get substrate for that tank.
Yes.
So then I started checking out do-it-yourself stuff and found the kitty litter, which is just clay. So it's kind of just a mix of experience and stuff. And also, like on the bigger tanks like that, on my bigger tanks, I don't use aquarium lights. I buy shop lights.
Yeah.
And hang them up like on the rack above them. So like I'll get 4-foot shop lights. Right now I get, LED lights, but they're shop lights.
Yeah, that's what I use. I have a couple Fluval lights, but overall I use mainly shop lights and just regular light bulbs.
Yeah. Oh, I use, like I said, I get the ones with the LED lights, but they're shop lights. They're 4-foot strip shop lights. And I found that out because when I had that discus tank I was trying to get going, and this was like 20 years ago, and I spent $350 for plant growing fish aquarium lights, right? And they quit working after less than a week, and I was out that $350, and that's when I found out that I could just get some shop lights and they work fine. Yeah,
I hate some of them. Like, I like the convenience of having it hooked up to my phone, but anymore, some of those just regular light bulbs you can get to hook up to your phone, and they work just as well. I haven't found any major difference between the two, and the shop lights, like you said, are just so... I don't want to go there and pay.
I don't have anything hooked up to my phone. I just walk around the house turning it on.
That's because you're a responsible fish keeper, and you know how to turn off your aquarium lights.
Well, the chat's blowing up about what you guys are talking about. Always check your bucket. Mr. Fish asked if you've had an aloe vera plant ever flower.
No.
Yes, if it's outside.
He has, but I have not.
If it's outside, it will. It's because there's certain little things that come along and pollinate it.
Is that what it is? That helps.
And if you keep them indoors, they won't.
I have not. I had a Christmas cactus flower once.
Yeah, those guys are pretty. I used to have one. I don't have one right now. I'll have to find another one.
That I learned a lot from his mom and my grandmother. Those two have taught me a lot, just talking to them in person, and Susie Q and the people that can grow all that stuff that I've watched over the years.
I used to have like 1.5 tons of house plants, but I just have a few right now. When you move, I was moving around a lot, and you tend to kind of lose them doing that.
Yeah, it's true.
And I just haven't ever replaced them. I've got one big Hoya plant, and then a few small plants. But I need to get some more. But I used to like my whole house was full of plants all the time.
Really, it makes you feel good. Like it when you walk in and there's greenery, it makes it homey, and I don't know. I like the look of it, and I tried. His mom gave us this big, like, I don't even know what kind of plant it is. It's just a big tree-looking thing, and it goes from our floor to our ceiling, and it's kind of cockeyed a little bit because it's even too tall. And he's gonna cut it in half and like split it, but I don't know how to do that.
I don't remember the exact name. It's type of a bamboo plant. You can just cut it off anywhere and replant it, and it'll resprout.
Oh,
It
nice.
looks really good.
Yeah, those are cool.
It looks really cool in the living room, but she has all kinds of cool stuff at the farm that she can grow. She has a green thumb on anything, but I'm learning.
Well, we come from her mother. We come from a very long line of heavy gardeners. So if it can be planted in water, in dirt, and it can be grown, I can figure out how to grow it.
Yeah.
Story. Like we grew up neighbors. We rode the same school bus. We were one house apart from each other. He had this big fancy farm, grew up with the chickens and the cows and all this like useful information. And I grew up on fast food and like Saved by the Bell. So I liked it. It was fun, but two different lifestyles.
I
went shoe shopping with my mom, and he got eggs out of the chicken coop.
Well, Streetwise already agreed with me. He said I grew up cutting wood and basically gardening. Oh,
His cows would get out and come to our yard, and we'd have to call him and be like, "Your bull loose."
Yeah, sometimes he'd like to get out.
But that's about it.
They had green grass on the other side of the fence.
Fun times. Taylor's Aquatics is right. Like, you put to sleep these animals. Like, this cat, look at this. Just snoozing your voice. It's so soothing. Is it a chihuahua?
His dog Yazzie likes my voice for some reason.
Yeah, it's true. It works. Look at this.
I know.
Just hanging out.
Well, I'm glad it doesn't work on people.
She doesn't seem to be as interested as in the fish tanks as the other cats we've had in the past were.
Oh, this cat is laid back.
It's crazy. Just lap cat. True definition. Cute. Well, tell me about your affiliate work with, is it One Fish, Blue Fish?
Redfish, bluefish?
Yes.
I'm not really doing that much. I just like
I was watching your live chat.
he was like asking me questions and stuff, and then he decided to make me an affiliate.
Well, does his website launch today?
It did yesterday, I think.
Yesterday? Okay, because I feel like I was watching your live chat not too long ago, and I wanted to give him a shout out. But like I said, my mind goes blank when you ask me questions.
Yeah, I'll be giving him a shout out once in a while and stuff on my channel. And I'm thinking, I told him to get some pictures of his fish, and then every once in a while I'll do like a picture of one of his fish to give away and give him a shout out that way.
Yeah. His facility sounds
awesome.
Like vacation spot. Like, I'm gonna go the whole week around seeing this place.
Yeah, I grew up in that country and I kind of miss it. Yeah.
Oh man, when everything kind of gets back to somewhat where you can kind of go do things like that, it would be nice to go take a trip and see it, because the collection and just the facility and the atmosphere, everything about it just seems really nice.
And the ginger's still on it.
Yeah, she's on it.
She's on it.
What about you?
She's always on it.
Is there anything you wanted to ask? Anything?
Well, I wish I'd get back to drawing again.
Yeah, he can draw. He's artistic. Another thing you guys can do that I cannot. He's really good at drawing. But
I'm not good like she is. I'm good, but not good.
Everybody, no, you don't ever say that because everybody's art is different. You can't really compare it.
It's true.
That's how I feel about it. And how the other thing that I feel very strongly about is there is no reason to not promote other artists because everybody's art is different and there's room for everybody. And I'm going to promote the hell out of everybody else I see too.
Yeah, because you, Priscilla, Chris, Rack, you each have something to bring to the table. And they're all great. They're all so
different. There's a market for everybody. You don't need to, be like some artists think that you can't promote another artist because it's going to dig into your income. And I don't feel that's true. I think there's room for everybody and everybody does stuff a little bit different. And there's an open market for it,
Yes, I am tired and sleepy. I have been for a long time.
We get up at 4:30 in the morning for him to go to work, and then I just do piddly stuff until the kids get up for school, and then he drives 2 hours to work, works, then drives 2 hours back. So he's always tired.
So I make it in the stream a little bit late, guys. I'm sorry. I go as quick as I can. I do 109 miles one way. Every day. That's my in-town work.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's too much for me. Thank you, Fish Tank Barn, for the super sticker. Thank you.
I've gotten really lazy since I'm not working a regular job anymore. And I'll like this morning, I had all kinds of stuff I was going to do this morning. And I set my alarm for 7:30. And I woke up at 11:30.
I just have to write notes for myself constantly. I have sticky notes and notebooks to remind me to keep everything. Otherwise, I don't know where I'm supposed to be at. But it's usually always something here. Like I don't leave the house because one, I don't want to, but it's always something I have to do around here usually. Usually I'm running an errand, but there's always.
Yeah, I leave the house as little as possible right now, believe me. Because Wyoming is not doing too good, and the county that I live in is doing the worst in the whole state. And as of a couple days ago, last time I checked, we were at 1 in every 20 people has an active case of COVID in this county right now.
Yeah, I believe it. My mom tested the big positive for, I think it was last week.
Oh, no.
And she actually, it was bad that she tested positive, but in the same scheme, it wasn't too bad. She didn't feel good for 3 days. She couldn't smell or taste. But she was still painting the house. She said she would have to take a break here and there. She got a little tired, but she was still painting and cleaning. She was redoing.
Oh, good. She didn't get a bad case. And I think it depends on what I've read about it. It depends on how you're exposed. Like for instance, if you get like a full load of the virus, like from somebody talking to you that has it, that's bad.
Yeah.
You can also pick up like a mild case of it from handling something and then touching your face.
Yeah.
You're only going to get like a real tiny fraction.
Yeah.
And therefore, you might get it, but it's going to be a real mild case.
Yeah, I'm thankful. Just because she's a waitress, so she was kind of, she makes masks. So she has like 300 different masks at her house. She's always got a mask on. But her being a waitress right on the main interstate where it's a lot of on and off traffic to St. Louis, it was kind of inevitable. She thought she'd get something. But my dad having a brain injury, we were really cautious with him because we figured if he got sick, he was going to get it bad. But everything was good. Every time she would give him food or something, she would wear a mask on the inside when she went into his room to take care of him and stuff. So everything seemed to work out. Me and my sister we kind of freaked out, was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, it was kind of the best case because now she's, I assume, got some kind of immunity.
Yeah.
She stayed home and
it doesn't last a long time, but it should be good for a little while.
But she called me. She's like, I'm sniffing all kinds of stuff that I probably shouldn't be sniffing, and I can't smell anything. I was like, well, you should probably stop doing that and lay down. She's like, I definitely can't smell. I was like, oh gosh. But she's
Daniel.
Yep.
good now.
Thank you for the like on the way out, bud.
Yes,
He's
thank
on
you.
baby duty.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're past that. Thank
Yeah,
goodness.
Mike says they got closed down in Michigan again. Wyoming has never been closed. They never
Really?
closed at all. But last week the governor said he was going to be announcing some stuff this week because he said he was depending on everybody to be responsible, and everybody's a bunch of knuckleheads because things are getting really bad here. It's like 44% in the statewide. It's like 44%.
Dang. I know up in Springfield,
Positivity rate on the testing, and in Albany County we're the worst at. We got like 1 in 20 has a
dang.
active case, and if you consider the cases that have recovered, it's like 1 in 13 people.
Dang.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's really bad here. So I try not to even go out, but except to go to the post office or someplace like that. Last week I needed some milk and a few other things, and I got them like delivered to the house. It costs a little bit extra, but I'm not going to go to the grocery store right now.
Just for the peace of mind, just to stay home. My lawn's a few hours away, and I go up there on the weekends, and it's every time I go up there, I have to kind of keep track of new ordinances and things up there that they've implemented. But it's
I gotta check and see if there's anything in the paper later on at night, because the governor usually has a meeting on Fridays, and he was going to announce some stuff this week. And he said maybe not for the whole state, but for a couple counties in particular. And then he said, like Albany County, which is where I'm at. But like I say, we're running like numbers wise every day, and for the number of active cases, we're running about even with 2 other counties in the state. But the odd thing is, what's bad about it is Laramie has a population, the whole county has a population of 3,600 people. And the other 2 that we're running neck and neck with have almost 100,000 people in them. So we are not doing very well.
Yeah, percentage-wise, you're off the charts.
Exactly.
What we're doing, and stay safe, because we need our pay.
Oh, good. Bob got his art today.
Oh, the kitty's doing good. The kitty was playing.
Yeah,
Kitty was balled up.
The kitty made my white shirt all black. I tried to give her, she got into something and she had to get her paws washed, and she didn't appreciate that the other day, but she might need something. I'm going to start.
I stepped in the room that I use for my studio. I stepped in there the other day, and I had been working on a painting, and there was blue cat tracks across my desk and onto the floor and then out the bedroom door.
Yeah, well, I guess she did that too. I didn't even think of that. She got into it when I was painting that room. She walked through the paint tray.
Yeah.
She's got her paws washed twice. Yeah. So that I was like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
Well, the cat is very calm.
Well, and Pam's voice. There's something about Pam's voice.
That's what I mean.
So
The cat
soothing.
just went back and just sat down again.
Well, this is supposed to be my son's cat, and this cat has somehow adopted me. And
cats, you can't say that's happened. That happens with cats. Cats pick you.
And I was telling you earlier, I like.
Doesn't matter. My daughter spent all of her time cuddling Mario and stuff and loving up on him, and she was kind of upset because he is so obviously my cat, and it kind of made her mad because he was supposed to be her cat. And yeah. Okay, you can't tell a cat who they're going to attach to.
Well, I like cats. I'm just a dog person, and my son's the cat person. So we got him this kitty, and he helps. He does a good job, but this cat just follows me around everywhere. Everywhere I go, it's just right there. It's cute though, but it does this thing where it touches you. It does. I call it pretty hands, but her paws separate. She shows you her nails, and she doesn't scratch you, but she's like, "Oh, just look at my pretty hands." Who does?
Bob says Yazzie said back off his Pam.
She's a, what's the word? Like, you're just a community, like, just angel. You and Candy, there's a select few that are just like, what would we do without you? Like, I can't think of this community without you.
I think animals have always liked me. But I think that my personal opinion on it is that everybody has like an aura that animals can see that people can't see. I mean, I really believe that everybody has an aura. And I am like,
for sure.
I'm like an extremely calm person. I mean, really, really passive and relaxed all the time. And I think that animals know that. And I think that's why. I think that's why, like, my ex-husband is like angry all the time, and animals don't really like him. He likes them, but like my horse would never let him ride her, never. And I think that's why.
100%. They can read your intentions and your motivations.
Well, they can sense things. They can feel how you're feeling, your attitude, your demeanor.
Yep, and your general personality. That's why if you're like somewhere and a dog doesn't like somebody, you should definitely trust the dog.
Yeah, 100%. Well, thank you, Kaylor's Aquatics, for the $3.99 super sticker. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely hit the like button.
That's the way it is with my daughter. She just like harass Mario all the time, wanting loves from him, and I just ignore him, and he loves me because he doesn't want to be petted. He doesn't want to be picked up.
Well, Brian,
that's what you're doing. She says her cats run from me because she wants the affection.
Well, Brian, he's pretty gentle compared to what he used to be. But he still has moments where he's a boy. He can be a little rough, but not in a mean way, just boy way, I guess.
That's why I like my breed of dogs. Everybody else doesn't necessarily like them. They either come to you when they want. They're like humans.
I never can pronounce. Say the name of the dog.
Shiba Inus.
That. We've got 2 of them outside.
Nice. What kind of dog are they?
Say it again.
Shiba Inus.
They look like little foxes.
They look like little foxes.
Okay.
They were the breed before the Akita. That's how they made the Akita.
Okay.
And yeah, they're a little Japanese dog. They're roughly get to about 20 pounds.
Yeah, they're kind of a medium size.
And they are forever 5-year-old children.
They are.
Nice.
They're smart, but
if you let them do
stubborn.
one thing when they're little, it will be with them forever. I had one that I had for almost 21 years. And I let him do one thing one time, and you can never break it of him again. He was, but you don't have to pet them if you don't want to. They will come to you if they want petting. They will walk up to you and be like, "Hey, pet me."
Here's Pepe. Pepe never comes down to the basement. Here's Pepe. He's a long-haired Chihuahua. The kids are down here, so he made an appearance, but he never comes down the stairs. This is a rare occasion.
He decided to join.
Yeah.
They wanted the kitty. The cat. The kids wanted the cat.
They're coming out. Well, in the last minute, I guess, just really thank you for being here and just chit-chatting with me.
It's that time already.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me on, and I hope I wasn't too boring.
No, it was a great conversation. I'm just really glad you celebrated my birthday with me.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
But we're gonna go see what the kids have in store for me here in a minute or two because I have no idea what they have planned.
That's fun.
Well, hit that like button, guys, for both these two wonderful ladies.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, hit the like button. Subscribe to her if you haven't.
Yep.
Check your subscription because I know I was subscribed to her and I wasn't again. So,
Well, when is your next live chat? When can we tune into your next live chat?
Yeah, what can we expect out of Pam? That's what I want to know.
I don't know what I'm going to do next week, but I'll have one on Wednesday night. And I think I'm going to pop into Susan's tomorrow afternoon for a little while.
Okay. Well, awesome. We'll send everybody there.
Okay.
But thank you again for being here. I really do appreciate it. And thank you guys.
Ginger. She's just throwing stuff in.
Like I say, thank you for having me.
Being here.
I'm not too much of an exciting person, but it was fun.
Yes, you are.
I'm just glad that you're here. We got to finally chat. So thank you. But bye, guys. I'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Zenny.